In this video, I will show you step by step how to make a cute Montessori page with a teddy bear to learn emotions for toddlers. Thanks to the detachable elements, we can have fun arranging the appropriate parts of the face so that the teddy bear is happy, angry, sad, scared, and in love. There are 10 detachable elements, so there are 25 possibilities for arranging the face. It's a lot of fun and learning. There is also a pocket so you don't lose anything. You can find the patterns in my Etsy store, so let's get started. We will need stiff felt, scissors, vanishing markers, clips, velcro tape, hole punch, mulling, and button. Prepare patterns of the title Emotions page part 1 and cut them out. Place pattern on beige felt, outline shape with vanishing marker, then cut it out along the drawn line. In this paper pattern, make holes in the places of dots. Place this pattern on beige felt again. Draw a dot in the place of this hole and outline shape. In the next step, cut out its shape with a margin of about 10 mm. Prepare velcro tape and velcro pattern and cut out 11 elements with loop side and 3 elements with hoop side. In the place of dot, place velcro with a hoop side and sew it along the edge. Save this element for later. In the next step, prepare patterns with the title Emotions page part 2 and cut them out. Place patterns on the right color of felt, outline shapes and cut them out along the drawn lines. Take these 2 elements, place pink one in the middle and sew it along the edge. The bottom thread is brown. Place ears on the base page, 32 mm from the upper edge, and sew only from here to this place. In this paper pattern, make holes in the places of dots. Place pattern on head so that they overlap, and draw dots in the places of holes. In the place of these dots, place Velcro with a hook side and sew them on. On the remaining dots, place pink circles and sew them on. Next, place head on the base page, 17 mm from the upper edge, and sew along the edge with brown thread. Prepare the last two elements, place green one in the middle, fasten it with clips, then place on the base page to cover the lower edge of the head. Sew only the green element along the edge. In the center of the green element, place button with a diameter of 10 mm and sew it with double thread. Now we can finish the base page, arrange these two parts in this way, turn this element over, place it in the middle, and sew along the edge. The upper and lower threads are wide. In the next step, cut off excess felt along the edge of the base page. Now please prepare patterns of the title Emotions page part 3 and cut them out. Place patterns on the right color of felt, outline shapes with vanishing marker, then cut them out. In the center of these elements, place Velcro with the loop side and sew them along the edge. We will need each of these 5 pairs of elements to create specific emotions to prepare one set at the beginning of each stage. Now prepare patterns of the title Emotions page part 4 and cut out patterns to make Happy Teddy Bear. Place patterns on the right color of felt, outline shapes and cut them out. To cut out small or complex patterns, you can also use interfacing fabric with glue. I explain how to do it step by step in another video, the link is at the top of the screen. Prepare also a set of 3 patterns that you made earlier. Place this paper pattern on brow elements so that their bottom edges meet. And draw these 2 shapes from here to this place and from here to this place. I will embroider eyes with brown mulling. If you prefer, you can also use fabric marker or sew it on the machine. Arrange eyebrows in this way, place them on the sides and sew along the edge with brown thread. Prepare a larger rectangular element, turn it over, place prepared element in the middle, and sew along the edge with brown thread. The bottom thread is yellow. Place the nose here so that its lower edge meets the lower edge of the light brown element, and sew it along the edge with brown thread. The bottom thread is yellow. Next, cut off excess felt along the edge. In this paper pattern, cut out the inner shape. Place pattern on mesh elements so that they overlap, and trace the inner shape. Then cut it out. Prepare a piece of black felt, place tongue on it, and sew only the bottom edge, from here to this place. Then place this element in this way to cover the bottom edge of the tongue, and sew along the inside edge of the hole with white thread. Turn this element over and cut off excess black felt along the seam line. Prepare the last element, turn it over, place this element in the middle, and sew along the edge with white thread. The bottom thread is yellow. Next, cut off excess yellow felt along the edge. Now we will prepare the elements for the angry teddy bear, so please cut out the remaining patterns. Place patterns on the right color of felt, outline shapes and cut them out along the drawn lines. Prepare also a set of 3 patterns that you made earlier. In this paper pattern, make holes in the places of dots. Place pattern on light brown elements so that they overlap, and draw dots in the places of holes. Then place black circles in these places and sew them along the edge. White circles placed in the lower left part and sew them on. Arrange eyebrows like this and place them here to cover the upper edge of the black circles. Sew them along the edge with brown thread. Prepare a larger red element, turn it over, place this element in the middle and sew along the edge with brown thread. The bottom thread is red. Place the nose here so that its lower edge meets the lower edge of the light brown element and sew it along the edge. The bottom thread is red. Next, cut off excess red thread along the edge. In this paper pattern, cut out the inner shape. Place pattern on beige felt so that they overlap and trace the inner shape. Then cut it out. Prepare a piece of white felt, place this element to cover the hole and sew along the inside edge with white thread. Turn this element over and cut off excess white felt along the seam line. Draw a horizontal line in the center of this element and sew it on with white thread. Prepare the last element, turn it over, then place it in the middle and sew along the edge with white thread. The bottom thread is red. Finally, cut off excess red thread along the edge. Prepare patterns with the title Emotions page, part 5 and cut patterns to make set teddy bear. Place patterns on right color of felt, outline shapes and cut them out. Prepare also set of 3 patterns that you made earlier. In this paper pattern, make holes in the places of dots. Place pattern on light brown elements so that they overlap and draw dots in the places of holes. Then place black circles in these places and sew them on. In the center, place small circles and sew them along the edge. Place eyebrows on the sides, then sew them along the edge with brown thread. Prepare a larger blue element, turn it over, place it in the middle and sew along the edge with brown thread. The bottom thread is blue. Place nose here so that its bottom edge coincides with the bottom edge of this element and sew it along with brown thread. The bottom thread is blue. Next, cut off excess thread along the edge. Place this paper pattern on mesh elements so that their lower edges overlap. Then draw a shape from here to this place. Then from this point, draw a vertical line upwards. I will embroider it with brown mulling. Place tears on the sides and sew them along the edge with blue thread. Prepare the last element, turn it over, Place this element in the middle and sew along the edge with white thread. The bottom thread is blue. In the next step, cut off excess blue thread along the edge. Now please cut out patterns to make skirt teddy bear. Place patterns on the right color of felt, outline shapes and cut them out. Prepare also the set of 3 patterns that you made earlier. In this paper pattern, make holes in the places of dots. Place pattern on light brown elements so that they overlap. Then draw dots in the places of holes. Next, place white circles in these places and sew them along the edge. Prepare a small piece of black felt and a hole punch. Choose the largest size and make 2 circles. Place black circles in the center place and sew them by hand with black thread. I will draw diagonal lines on both sides and embroider them with brown moving. Prepare a larger black element, turn it over, place it in the middle, and sew along the edge with brown thread. The bottom thread is black. Place the nose here so that its lower edge meets the lower edge of this element, and sew it along the edge with brown thread. The bottom thread is black. In the next step, cut off excess black thread along the edge. In this paper pattern, cut out the inner shape. Place it on wedge elements so that they overlap and trace the inner shape. Then cut it out. Prepare a piece of black felt, place tongue on it. Then this element here to cover the bottom edge. Fasten them with clips. And sew both elements along the inside edge of the hole with white thread. Turn this element over and cut off excess black felt along the seam line. Take the last element, turn it over, place it in the middle, and sew along the edge with white thread. The bottom thread is black. In the next step, cut off excess black felt along the edge. Prepare patterns with a title Emotions page part 6 and cut out patterns to make teddy bear in love. Place them on the right color of felt, outline shapes and cut them out along the drawn lines. Prepare also the last set of 3 patterns that you made earlier. In this paper pattern, make holes in the places of dots. Place pattern on light brown elements so that they overlap, and draw dots in the places of holes. Then place hearts in these places and sew them along the edge with red thread. Prepare a larger pink element, turn it over, then place it in the middle and sew along the edge with brown thread. The bottom thread is pink. Place the nose here so that its lower edge meets the lower edge of the light brown element and sew it along the edge with brown thread. The bottom thread is pink. Next, cut off excess felt along the edge. Place this paper pattern on mesh elements so that their bottom edges meet. And draw the shape from here to this place. Then from this point, draw a vertical line upwards and 2 more lines in the corners of mouth. I will embroider it with brown mulling in the same way as before. Prepare the last element, turn it over, place it in the middle, and sew along the edge with white thread. The bottom thread is pink. Finally, cut off excess pink thread along the edge. Prepare patterns with the title Emotions page part 7 and cut out the rest 2 patterns. Place patterns on green thread, outline shapes and cut them out along the draw lines. In this paper pattern, make hole in the place of dot. Place pattern on bigger green elements so that they overlap. And draw dot in the place of hole. Then place the last velcro with a loop side in this place and sew it on. Turn this element over, place smaller green element here so that the bottom edges meet, and fasten them with clips. We will start sewing from here to this place. At the beginning and end of sewing, sew forward and back and repeat 3 times. The upper and lower threads are green. If you would like to combine the emotions page with my other quiet book pages, prepare this paper pattern again, place it on the base page so that they overlap, and draw dot in the place of this hole. Then prepare a hole punch, choose the largest size and make hole in this place. Emotions page is ready. Thank you very much. I will be very grateful if you leave a comment or like this video. See you in the next tutorial. Bye bye!